Okay, so now let's talk about Brati. I call him Brati. Best tea in the city. Who's wrong with Zalian?
It's everything. I don't know just how I found out I'm going to be producing this show.
Okay.
So it was at the height of COVID, 2020.
Camera, lights, we set up. 3, 2, 1, action. We live. Let's get them. We bring you the people behind the message. We here to tell stories and apply the pressure. Something's cooking, it's the kitchen podcast. Get behind the mic, start speaking all facts. Same way you would.
Hey, this is Andy here, working with Thato. No, man, it's been an absolute delight to have another woman come onto the team, because I was riding solo as the women's in the Feel Good team. But it's really been an absolute delight. Thato is sharp, she is strict, she cracks that whip hanging. But really, it's really been a great addition to the team, and also just bringing a lot more structure to everything, which has been really, really great. Yeah, man, it's been really, really great to work with her. It's been about a year now. Yeah, it's been about a year, and she's just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
All right, my name guys, it's Felix LB, and today I'm rolling with one of my favorites, Thato. I still don't know how to pronounce your surname. Mokhotsoa. No, I get it. Mokhotsoa. I get real to multiracial things,
Yeah, no.
So
to expect better.
Okay, Thato, how as we continue with the podcast, we'll see. Thato, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you, Lebu?
No, sharp. I forgot to brief you. The label is forbidden in your vocabulary. It's at least LB.
Are we still there?
We are there. LB or Lebza.
I'll try.
No, stage name LB. Let's promote LB. Come on now. It's a brand.
I'll try.
It's a brand.
I'll try.
Yeah, otherwise we're gonna
put for nights here, but we'll try LB.
How many years have I been?
Yeah, Mara, I guess this is what we're always fighting about, Veli. The whole label situation.
But
and we've been trying. I've been trying. Yeah, we'll get there.
It's fine.
Hopefully by the end of this, LB will be in the forefront.
Think does it set up in Makaya, please, wherever you are. All right, cool, man. Welcome. And how's your day so far?
I mean, it's a Saturday. Nothing. But it's okay. It's okay as long as it's hot.
What do you normally do on Saturdays? Because you don't work on Saturdays.
Nothing, pretty much. Unless maybe I'm going out with friends.
Yeah.
There's a family situation happening. I pretty much prefer being at home. I'm an introvert, so for me being at home.
Media industry introvert.
Have you not noticed that a lot of people in the media industry are actually introverts? You should look around. You should open your eyes more. You'll see.
I know Msizwan is a bit of an introvert.
Almost everyone.
But yeah,
in their own right. I think there might be layers to being an introvert, but I think to an extent we're all very much introverts.
Okay, what do you think about me? Just because I'm here.
You're okay, man. I don't, well, towards me, not judge you based on how you interact with me.
Yeah.
Honest place.
Okay.
I don't know about others, but you seem introverted.
No, go in
a way.
Not go far into your own panyo.
Yeah, pretty
so
much
that's
you.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I go with that. I go with your energy.
All right. No. Nice. Where were you born and bred?
I was born in. I don't know which. Okay, I know I was born. Well, from what my parents say, I was born called in Lenasia.
Okay.
I hope, yeah. But then, raised close to weekend zone 14 to be exact. I'm a Val girl.
This thing ever you want go valley, but again, kiss Italian or something. You
Italiana. Hey, you'll have to ask the guys from the Val. I think I understand here and there, but I can't deep dive into it. I can see. Then I'm always amused when I hear them talk. I'm like, But yeah, we have our own language.
Just like more Spitori.
Yes. So when Bashman Babal Bakopani, that's when you pick up okay, this is great thing handles.
So basically.
Yeah. You need to follow. Otherwise you need to understand.
Next thing I'm talking about.
I mean, Ekisti Valley is not that dangerous. From what I've come to know and experience myself, it's not that bad.
Okay, cool. So how was growing up, Kovan?
It was fun. I had a good childhood. I really cannot. It was normal. You know, grew up Kokasi, doing what people Kokasi do, playing around.
Don't strike me as a classic girl, but
How do I strike you as?
Never played different games when I was growing up. Like, you strike me as
Khati, Scopty Ball, Mati, Chicago.
No.
Like
You Google these things. You Google these things.
Like
my Patile as well. Diketo.
I think I can still even play. I think, you know.
Okay.
Guys are.
Yeah,
tennis, where there are two people on one end and then on the other end, and you have to duck the ball.
Oh, okay. Can I be between them?
Yes.
Okay. I've seen my sisters play that. Not me. Okay. I'm convinced. But as much as Gilly Thomas, but we'll go with your story.
Maybe just like Banabano Abasabapa.
Yeah, but they start to.
So I would say maybe Habapala. I'll take a video. I mean, we don't get to see that anymore.
Okay, yeah. No, it's all good in the hood. So what kind of a child were you? An introvert as well?
I think in high school, you know, because I was my friends give mixture, you know, mostly extroverted. I found myself thinking I'm an extrovert. You know, we were doing, especially high school, we were doing what young kids do, teenagers do.
Yeah.
You know, but I think immediately after high school, after matric, I got to find myself and I got to realize that actually I'm an introvert and I prefer being at home. I don't like being out there too much, you know. But in high school, I wouldn't say it was peer pressure because I'm still friends with all my friends from high school. So it doesn't peer pressure. All of them are still friends.
Hello, Papa.
Nelo pap. I can't explain it any other way. Nelo pap, you know, but once we all went our separate ways, you know, varsity and stuff, you know, I kind of figured that, you know what, I'm actually an introvert.
Wow. So is this your first interview ever? Or?
I think I once had an interview. I can't remember that radio station, but it was still small. It was at Vision View.
Oh, yeah, Vision View,
I once did that, and then I was featured in Code Daily Sun.
When?
About a year or two ago. I mean, I'm my family's
Yeah. Okay, cool. Did you play any sports in primary, high school?
You know, my dad always used to say, I got feet in primary school. I wanted to be part of everything. But I think the one way I excelled in netball. I played wing attack,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't play any sport.
Why?
Okay, my mom was very protective. She didn't want me to play any sport because of asthmatic. I was asthmatic, and it was bad back then. What are you saying?
Mama's boy.
Let's not entertain this guy. Can we not entertain this guy?
So didn't play anything Boronyana?
Bolo, yes, has a high, but not at school. No, not at school.
Yeah, no, I did netball. High school I tried to get into netball again.
Stop it. We're trying to conduct an interview here.
High school I tried to get into netball again, but I felt like never serious. So I was like, just leave it.
Oh, okay.
So high school I didn't do any sports. I didn't do anything in high school.
Oh, umpa firstborn vibes. Are you a firstborn?
The firstborn. To my mom. To my mom, I'm the firstborn, but to my dad, I'm the third.
Oh, hey, Bunta, why let's talk off?
Hey, will be watching this. But just to be fair, my dad was married before he met my mom.
Oh.
So my mom is, you know.
But I still feel like I could pass
so please. He's one hell of a good father, so
slip of the tongue. Next thing, where is Hey, I forgot to say, this episode is not for the person at the age of 18. But anyway, we'll continue, man. Varsity, guy.
I went to Boston Media House. I majored in...
Boston Media House.
What's it?
The product is that thing.
I majored in journalism.
Wow. Okay. The time of them, Karika and them.
Yes, Claire.
I don't know who's Claire, but okay. But best marketing. Kikilita. Oh, Anna Kikilas. Yeah, Anna driver test.
Yes.
What?
Yes. So I was there around that time.
Yo. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a Boston Media House.
Product.
Baby girl. Yeah.
Oh, shout outs. So why journalism though?
I've always had a thing for writing. You know, I think from primary school, how to the essay, it would always excite me.
When?
I felt like I knew how to just put it down in words, you know. So I think from primary school, I've always had a thing for writing. throughout high school. I enjoyed creative. You know, in high school, I learned the exam. There's English paper 1,
paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3
was like creative writing.
Yeah,
that's what I enjoyed the most.
When
Because I felt like I'm more in my element there.
Have you ever written a love letter?
No, nah.
You can tell. Nobody's gonna watch this.
I'm not about that life.
Okay,
I've never written a love letter. I know.
Okay, I thought you have, since you mentioned creativity and
I
all.
think about it, but honestly, no.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Let me not lie. Yeah, it was. Well, you write mood, location, and what shall we, Westlife. Ish. Who's level? Okay, anyway, so we'll continue. No, it was part of growing up. It was part of growing up.
Yeah, I guess for
some ladies like that.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm probably if Nikki told, I would not have turned it down. Just that.
Did you have a lyric book at least? Where you write your songs?
I think we all did.
Okay, I didn't. I'm a gent.
Okay, no, I did. Probably not as deep as maybe others, but I did have it here and there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've never been good with lyrics, so that book didn't really help.
Okay.
Yeah.
They say it helped, especially when it comes to English.
Even today, it takes me a while to catch on to lyrics.
You work in radio, Thato.
It takes me forever. Like, sometimes I see people singing and I'm like, this song came out last week. How do you know it? Because that's going to take me going through the lyrics, Otherwise, I'm not good at lyrics. I'm very bad.
I give up on you.
I'm very bad. If I know a song from start to finish, then I must really love that song.
So nobody has ever dedicated a song to you?
I don't think so. No.
Thato.
Maybe I didn't.
How was your childhood?
My childhood was pretty normal. I can't stress.
Okay. It's fine. So, how can I say this thing a bit educational? Go Boston, it was a 3-year diploma, right? Sharp. First year, you do all the subjects, right? Was it still like that?
Yes, it was, but I didn't. My first year was a culture shock. I didn't do well.
Yeah.
I didn't do well my first year.
Welcome to the club.
What the hell is going on here? I did not do well, so I failed a few. I failed, quite a few. I had to carry them to my second year. So I got the kind of time. I didn't finish it.
I was feeling bad. I was the only one who did that.
I did not finish 3 years. I didn't.
Okay, did I? Okay, I did.
Yeah, I didn't.
I fought there.
Yeah, I tried.
You're being raised by a single parent. You're like, hey.
Yeah, no.
I
didn't. I couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't finish in a good time.
Okay.
But eventually, I got there.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah, eventually I wore it. After how long does not matter. But
The gown was worn.
wore it. Yes.
That's one. Okay, Sharp. You did first year. I think it's your video, your marketing, advertising,
PR, video.
Yeah. Okay. Second year, I think they become a bit less now.
The 3 that you want.
Yeah.
And then CD.
Yeah.
So I think I went to my second year with journalism, radio, and advertising.
I enjoyed radio.
Radio was amazing.
Yo.
Radio was. The person that was, Mr. Kikili was very good.
With advertising, I used to struggle.
Advertising, I struggled in first year, but then I realized where my mistake was, and when I corrected it, I was able to take it.
Baby girl, you see,
which worked out perfectly. Till today, I feel like that was one of the good ones. I enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. Rewind, Hanyan. How did you tell your parents how you wanna go into the media industry? Or they just knew?
I have a cousin who also went to Boston Media.
Okay.
And Hannah Guakayona. I'm like, actually, this is what I would like to do, So I think because I already had a cousin there, they were like, oh, okay, no, so it shouldn't be,
Shout out to your cousin.
A problem, But my parents have never they've never really questioned, as if you say you want to do this, then like, okay.
Give me your parents.
They've never really... You want to pick these subjects? Okay. They've never really been too hard on us or, second guessing us or anything like that. No, they've always been very like, we'll be here to support you. But
I had to do a whole lot of
I was one of the
convincing.
lucky ones.
You were lucky.
They were like sharp. It was never a debate, a question or whatever. It was like, okay, Sama.
Sure.
I think for them it was just as long as she's furthering her studies. So,
As I do the high more.
I still lived at home though.
Okay.
I lived in Joburg for 2 weeks and I was like, no, I can't do this. And
then you traveled.
And then I traveled.
Val is far.
How far is far?
How long? Wait. How long? Isn't like an hour away.
I feel like Pretoria just as far as Val from Joburg, but people think Val is the other side. Val is not far.
Okay.
Unless maybe now, maybe over 40
far.
minutes, 45 minutes, I become used to it. But I don't think it's,
So you stayed here in Joburg for what, 2 years?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks.
And I was like, no, I can't.
Weeks. An introverted need.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is not for me. And I moved back home and I traveled, So maybe that's why now for not traveling to Joburg has never been a problem because I've been doing it.
A week.
Yeah, no, I was like, no.
I was special straight.
My mother was not happy, but I was like, I don't care. I'm coming back home.
Wow. But return soldier.
Yeah. And they were like,
But
yeah. So I tried it, but it is not for me.
Where were you staying in Joburg?
I think Bramley.
Oh yeah, I see
It
Bramley.
was like a student village, something there. Yeah, Bramley.
So no about independence.
Nah, I feel like my parents, like I say, I've never felt suffocated. I've never felt like I can't do. Yes, go primary, go high school. You have to listen to the parents.
Yeah.
But once I got a matric, they just didn't care. As long as we're safe, as long as Batswara will guide, but it's never been a,
Thato, how long you are Thato? You got comfortable, go high.
I might be comfortable, but I know the time will come eventually for me to move, and I'm okay with that.
But okay, you're saving on rent. Hey, yeah, just say it. Yeah, you're saving.
Yeah, no, I'm okay at home. I want to be and I don't try to so I can stress. I'm perfectly fine at home.
But I was trying to see stress. No, man, no, it's good. It's good. Do the high, save as much as you can until you're comfortable to move out.
Yeah, I don't have to put pressure on myself.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I was but we don't have a house in Joburg. Yeah.
So with you guys, it's a bit different. Whenever it's on Gauteng, really, we can afford to say, you could do high. We can afford to sell, be comfortable at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with you, it's different. So I can forgive you.
Okay. Thank you for forgiving me.
Yeah.
No, it's all good, man. Okay, Hagabue 959.
The story behind
2016 Thato.
the story Sakaya, ne?
Yeah.
I sent my CV at 2015, I think.
Okay.
Around June, July, around winter time. And the news editor at the time, they're not looking at the moment, I was just happy to get a response.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay, no, it's all good, And then a year later, I think I wrote my last exam paper posting. I think it was a Wednesday. Where I could be like, now finally close the Boston Media House chapter.
Yeah.
I wrote it on a Wednesday. And after I I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this 6 months QTC high, not stressing about work, nothing. I was like, I'm just going to be at home. I'm not going to put pressure on myself.
Yeah.
Literally, on Friday, I got a call from Musudi Whitehead. I just got your CV. This is like a year later now.
Musudi. Yeah, I remember that guy.
Where I just got your CV from the news editor then, and then asked me a few questions that spots. I think asked me 10 questions. I think I got 8 right. And then it's like, okay, come for an interview on Monday.
But you
get to know these folks, So then I went for an interview on Monday. My first interview ever. I've not been in an interview.
Okay.
And yeah, the interview went well. I was nervous, as you can imagine, and I was just happy to have done an interview. I was like, at least this is the beginning.
Okay.
And then everything went well. And then I think I got a call from HR. Then Bariko, whole final what. I'm like, oh.
Hey man.
Is this happening?
So you came in as an intern or
so
just
as an intern in the sports department.
Wow.
Yeah. And
So-
I've been at Kaya ever since.
So you were never on air, you were just doing research or...
Yeah, no, I've never been on air. I tried. I think I worked at a community radio station, but you know,
Didn't
it's
work.
not for me. It's not for me.
Ke eng e hlolang to
I
be
don't
on
know.
air?
I just don't feel it's for me. You know, I honestly don't feel it's for me. It's weird, but I don't think being on air is for me. I've accepted and I'm okay with it. I'm not even trying to get, you know,
Wow.
I got I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old was you?
No, I'm okay behind the scenes.
Okay, and you're doing great.
Thank you.
Shout out. You know, I feel like you can improve there and there though.
Hey!
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. So, how was being an intern in the sports department?
It was good. It was fun, you know, because I've always been a lover of sports.
Yeah.
So I felt like I'm in my element. I was learning how to write bulletins. Even though I was
Nice.
not on A, learned how to write bulletins, how to cut audio, how to maybe even
On
go to KLZ and a news boss.
Okay.
Where journalists write their bulletins.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
can also use that. And I also learned how to go to, maybe there's a press conference for like Orlando Pirates.
Oh.
I
Privileges.
think I went, to one or two, you know.
Yeah.
So I learned how to be in the sports department pretty much. So if Nekibata, I could have pursued it more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then in between that, I was also helping Sibudu to produce the sports shows.
Oh, Sandile.
Yes. So
Oh, yeah.
when I had Nikifika Ineli, they had a sports show on a Monday and a Friday. So I was helping there, you know. And I think that's how I got to understand producing more.
Oh. No, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. And then I think Sibudu would just ask me to attend meetings at times.
Yeah.
That's where I got to interact with other departments. I was like, okay, let me see where else probably I can, you know.
And how long was this internship?
It was a year, and then after a year, they kept me, I think, as the sports admin. They didn't want to let go of me, so they were like, okay, we'll be the sports admin. So I would do the reports for the department, you know, I would, if maybe someone wants to speak to me, I was kind of like the assistant, if I can put it like that, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was kind of working side by side with Mr. you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think, after the internship, that's where they moved me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while being there, what lessons did you learn?
I think punctuality, you know, it's important. Like I'm a very punctual person, but working in radio, you have to be punctual. Yes, you know, so I learned how to be punctual. I learned patience. I learned patience because sometimes you're calling up people for the interview and there's a back and forth that you need to be persistent, you know. So I learned that, but I also learned.
So unga feature go call center when.
Probably. I probably would, you know. I probably would.
Okay, yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, and then what else? I learned a lot, you know, just people skills.
Yeah.
You know, patience. You know, not to be overly sensitive because I can be very sensitive.
Okay, any challenges there?
To be honest, LB, it was.
I like that.
It was smooth, man. I don't lie. I think challenges will be there, but nothing
hectic.
Where I was like, I can't do this.
Oh.
Yeah, it was never a point of, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
so it was pretty much smooth. I learned, but I also allowed myself. But I think the important thing is allowing yourself to learn. For me,
True.
Like,
be teachable as well, yeah.
Be teachable.
Okay, it's about Tibinki.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Before we started recording, kubutitse Sotho sa se jwang? Wa re wena ke Mosotho ke tswa Vale. Hey, nna Sotho sa ka ke a se tsela.
Okay,
actually the idioms mo tsa Sesotho.
Okay, let's see. You're about to put me to shame. I thought ke go bua Sesotho.
Tengwanes. Labels that.
LB.
Alright, cool. Tla qala ka pele ne. Sharp. You like your got 3.
Okay.
I wanted 5 or 6.
Okay, let's hear them.
So ya pele ere. Khomo buyela hae o hodile.
So must give you what it means.
What it means, yes. Sorry. Khomo
buyela hae o hodile.
Yes. So I'll tell you. Just give me an explanation. What does it mean?
Yeah, khomo. If we're happy. If I can be break it down, okay?
Khomo boyela hae o hodile.
I feel like you're wrong.
Tell me.
But I'm thinking.
gonna have an-
I'm trying to put it in there, but I'm like, am I right? Because like in the context of actually I don't know.
Khomo boela hae o hodile.
I'm trying to think as home as an elder. But why would an elder have to go back home?
Okay. Lukewarm.
Okay.
Sham. You know how our parents used to, okay, you wouldn't know, but okay, they would leave Eastern Cape where to come to Joburg to look for a job. And mutu adule mona ngifihlela asa feds. And then household yeah high they would say us so to khomo boela hae o hodile.
Okay.
Yabo.
Okay. I learned something. Okay.
Okay, cool. Second one. Hey, are you not ready for this one? Ele khwekwe ya inwaya. So to say here so seo. Ele khwekwe ya inwaya.
Hello, maybe I get this. Nigga just see.
Ele khwekwe ya inwaya. If you are guilty, you will easily be shown. Wait, like ponta halal guilt. I've got a book from my cousin. I'm watching Sesotho. I've never read it till today. Give money about 3 years back. I've never read it.
Give it to me since.
Remind me. Okay, last one. So you give up here?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay, give me the last one.
Yeah, the last one. Ere. Home. Once again. Yampo. Ha ephetwe menu. Home. Yampo. Ha ephetwe menu.
Okay, no failed. It's a 0 out of 3.
Okay. Then I can go to wrong more. Okay, but sharp.
Okay.
Ere. Home yampo ha ephetwe menu. When I give you a gift. Sekana ka how much was it? We rekile ka yo quality jwang ke mpho. Seka iphetla menu just accept it ke mpho.
Graciously so.
Bolela jwang. Oh, okay. You're lucky. I've got 3. That's the end.
Thanks for being easy on me.
So Sesotho sa ha ngwane so.
Mara ke re ke a tswa se bua.
O sekolo nna sa ba Lesotho.
Ne ke tsa Sesotho ko primary but
High school?
Sesotho ne ke ruta ke imkhalokgoa. So high school I did not do Sesotho.
Wow.
But primary bazan me but yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Playboy, please, let's do the things that needs to be done. I sent you something. We need to play it for her. I hope she's not gonna cry.
Okay.
I hope she's not gonna cry.
And I'm a crybaby.
Yeah, you did mention you're a crybaby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So here we go.
While he's trying to figure it out, we're gonna jump into your producing career now. We're gonna talk about Brati. We're gonna talk about Andy Maqondwana.
Okay.
Right? Sharp. Are you playing it? Are you getting it? Technology will disappoint us sometimes.
It's right.
Yeah.
I'm not clever.
But I'm not clever. Okay. While he's sorting that out, now you're currently producing for Brati, Best Tea in the city, and then you're producing for Andy Maqondwana, which is Feel Good.
Yes.
Okay, sharp. You good? Or you let me know?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, sharp. Okay, you started at the sports department. You're doing things with Musubudi Whitehead and others. And then now, how was it diving into content producing now?
I think.
Who was your first show before we get to Brati? And
I think I would say Breakfast with Sotumea, probably the one show where I felt that maybe like
and I have a question regarding breakfast. But okay.
Yeah, so I think that's the first show I was like, that's on me.
So you did breakfast before?
But it was on the weekends again.
Oh.
On like from Monday to Friday,
breakfast.
I've always been working with others that I learned from like Bushwe,
Shwe and Cool,
as well. Yes, so I worked with them on the breakfast shows, and I think that's where I got to understand producing in its whole entirety.
Wow.
So yeah, those two really played a role in growing me.
Nice.
And then I started doing Breakfast with Sotumea all by myself, and that's when I think I understood
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Wana. Have you been around, eh?
Hey.
We too.
Yeah, no, I've tried.
No, that's good. That's good. You can play it, my guy.
Can't promise.
And I'm sure you know the person who sent us voice note.
Okay.
Technology.
Hey Nagabo and Ms. Thato, it's Gama the intern, and I just wanted to send a massive shout out to Thato. When I was there, Kaya, you were really very inspirational. I think you did such a stellar job with Best Tea in the City, and also watching you take over Feel Good. That was great for you. Yeah, man, I definitely stepped out of the radio game, but the day I get back, Thato, I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for you hard. Great guys.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
she's coming for you.
Man, she was amazing. Thank you so much, man. That's a heartwarming, but yeah, Kama was amazing. You know, she worked very hard, and there's space for her.
Okay.
There's enough space for all of us, so she must come back. There's definitely space for all of us.
So are we gonna send this to HR?
Yeah, we can.
This mock clip.
If ever.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sharp. Okay, so now let's talk about Brati. I call him Brati. Best tea in the city. Who's wrong with that?
It's everything. You know, how I found out I'm going to be producing this show.
Okay.
So it was at the height of COVID, 2020. You know, everything is crazy, you know, we're trying to figure this thing out, and then I get called into an office. They're like, oh, as of Monday, we're going to be producing the best tea.
As of Monday?
Get Friday. I'm like, I'm not doing that. They're like, I'm like, I'm not producing that. I'm like, I give you so. You know, because I'm like, those are two big shoes to fill.
Wow.
You know,
so what you was doing?
DJ Keys.
Oh, is that Ayop? No.
No,
Okay.
Ayop is
Indie.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, DJ Keys.
Yeah, it was DJ Keys. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing the best in this. And they're like, no, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. You know, they're like, no, you'll be fine. You know, you'll be fine. And I was like, yo. I remember driving home that day and I was like, Jim, what is happening? You know when you know at the back of your mind that you probably can do it, but there's also that doubt because you know this is a big show. It's not just a chance. You know, the show has been in existence for how many years now?
Yeah, it's been.
So I was very nervous about it. But then, I mean, he welcomed me with open arms.
Wow.
He never doubted me. He allowed me to grow at my own pace, you know, guiding me, showing me how he wants things to be done, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it took me a while to finally pat myself on the back and say, yeah, that's my show, you know. But I grew in it. I grew a lot, like, you know.
Okay.
It's been good. He's amazing, you know. He's an uncle, as you know.
Yeah.
That's you can all go to him, talk to him about everything, you know. So even outside of the show, he's someone that, you know, how to you know, he'll call you out to discuss stress, we're fine, focus on your health, you know. So he's been everything.
Shout out to Brati.
Yeah, no, it's been everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, how involved do they get when it comes to content?
I think it's a collaborative effort.
Okay.
You know, it's not just the producer, just the presenter. We work together, you know, to bring the good product on air.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll bounce ideas off of each other, you know, we'll communicate. If I see something with someone, I'm like, that person can make for a good interview. Then I'll tell Uncle to, hey, you know, I saw this person, it's a story, you know. I think that would actually work. Sometimes he doesn't know these people. But because he knows and trusts me, he can easily say, okay, no, but let's see, you know. So it's about building trust between presenter and producer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the main ingredient behind a good show is as a presenter and producer, you have to really have a good relationship where you understand each other. I know which guest he'll just be like, to. I know, you know, you need to be able to
example.
But I know who, when an email comes through, I'm like, it's not the one happening. And it's not because I'm hard or anything, but we know the kind of show we're trying to put out there.
Oh,
so it's not
a version,
not a personal thing, just a more of what are we trying to put out there for the listener.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a blank day, like, hey, I'm not contented today?
Almost every other day, you know.
You lie.
I promise you, because we're both perfectionists.
Yeah.
Uncle T, you know, so we don't just. It's easy to come up with content. It's really not that difficult. But when you understand the kind of show you have and the listener, you know that not just anything is gonna fly.
Okay.
You know, so I do have moments where I sit there and I'm like, flip, I've got nothing. Not that I don't have anything, But for the show,
For the
we're
show,
always gonna
yeah.
put out each and every day. I'm like, these things. I can put things down. I'm like, man, they're not hitting the spot because I always put myself in the listener's shoes when I'm creating content. I always try to see, when I come up with a topic, I'm like, how are they going to respond to it? What kind of responses do I want? Even
And
if
you know
go
the
to this
target.
topic, yes, so it's not that it's not an easy thing. It's easy, but it's not easy.
Wow.
Yeah, so almost every other day I'm like, I can it, but because I understand the kind of show that we're doing, eventually I get it. Eventually I just need to snap out of it and be like, man, but it also requires a lot of reading. You need to read. You need to be aware of what's happening. Social media is not just social media. You can always pick up something from social media.
Yeah, I am thinking every day you need to have something.
Yeah, no, obviously at the end of the day, I can't go to him and be like, hey, give blank. I can't. I need to at least give him something to work with. And then he can come back to me and be like, maybe let's do it like this.
Blank.
But I can never just say, I can't no. It means when I drive to the office, it's me thinking. Yes.
Have you ever had maybe a get together with friends, and then somebody would say, whether I saw Pilombaga, and like, that's a good story.
I want to know what I'm about LB.
So the answer is a yes.
Whenever I'm listening, if you're telling me anything, you must know I'm listening with my radio ear as well. So I'll give you the best advice, but just know I'm also thinking,
This can work.
Yeah.
What's the blind spot here?
Yeah, not blind spotting. No, not blind spotting.
Thato, I'm never going to tell you anything.
Please.
All the producers never won't tell you anything. Wow. And then I'm thinking, is it biting or what? Are you allowed? Let's say, on what's this, breakfast, or talking about something else. Are you allowed to carry it over to Prati?
You can. You just need to do it in a way that the listener's not going to get bored.
Okay.
So you can move something from breakfast to Uncle T to Feel Good to Drive, but we need to be creative about it. It cannot just be a conversation continuing from breakfast throughout the day.
Yeah.
If they cover it, how are we covering it? How's the next show covering it? It's about angles. We cannot all touch on the same angle. We need to find different angles to it. To make
they taught you that in journalism as well.
Yeah, otherwise think about you've been listening to the same thing from 6 months. It's
No, I get you. I
you
get
just
you.
need to find the angles in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maqondwana. You're carrying 2 shows.
Hey.
Utwa musali utwa katipa ka bohaleng.
You have no idea.
Let's go say. Let's go say.
I got this.
Okay. Shout out. When did you get Maqondwana?
Last year.
Yeah.
When the producer then Ayob Anna Sama. Got another job, and I think they were flirting around with, should we get someone else? Should we try someone internally? And then I think they said, okay, let's ask Thato about me, if she can. Because there's a lot of work on both shows, if she can carry both.
And Diala Telana, so.
Exactly, And luckily at the time, we were doing Best in the City 2.0. So the content was changing a bit on Tbose. We're no longer doing it how I found it in that format. We're bringing in new features.
Oh yeah. 30 seconds. Is it 10 seconds challenge? Yeah.
Guess the lyric, So we're bringing in new features, doing away with some old ones.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the scope of Best in the City 2.0, I'm like, actually, I can manage. Because in the first plan, there's a lot of research in terms of the topics, because you don't just do a topic and go to everything. I needed to proper do my research on the topic,
Yeah.
So when I do 2.0, I'm like, okay, I can, looking at it, let me try for a month, let's see. And, I just was able to do it. I managed.
Okay.
And I think 6 months turned into where are we now? Yeah, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
I thought they were going to take somebody, but we're not going to mention names. I thought.
Yeah,
but
it's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. So now, how do you get how? Like, you're doing this show for Prati, right? So how do you say, okay, fine, I'm done with Prati now. Let me focus on ND. This is the type of show that's needed for ND.
So
like, how to differentiate two in your head?
It's important to know the kind of shows that you're doing, to understand the demographic who you're talking to on both shows. So Well, talking to the Kaya listener, you know, both presenters are different in their own right. You know? So it's just a matter of learn. Like I say, you need to learn your presenter. You know, so with Uncle T, I worked with him longer. So I knew, you know, how to balance out the shows. With Andy, I think advantage actually Andy it's because we're, I think, a year apart in age.
Okay. How old are you?
We're a year apart, and you know, both female, no kids, you know, relationship. I don't know if we still both taking, but yeah. I don't want to speak for you know, but I don't know if but when we started, we were both taking. Things are looking up, you know, but yeah, let's stay for another day. You know,
can't wait to hear this one.
You know, so I think that's what also made it work. But then I think even before getting producers, I talked to her. And when I get you, we talk about things on TV, just random things, and I think that's how we were able to kind of build that relationship trust. You know, because this is a you know, so it was not me coming in and at all, like we're starting afresh. No, I think because we spoken a couple of times, we had gotten to know each other. The transition was easy. It was not, you know, difficult. But just that in terms of content, I just need to wear two creative hats. One for the best in the city, one for Feel Good.
Do you think we'll ever be able to do 3 shows?
Yeah. If I'm pattern, any day. Any day.
Hey, I'm your slave. Just pay me.
I must admit though, it is tiring. So it means I need to balance my time really well. I can't be under pressure at all. I need to.
Busy.
We can do the thing. It's never a problem. It's never a problem. We'll always fit it in somewhere. Okay. So yeah, I could. It's just a matter of balance. I mean, it would take a lot of conversations, a lot of support. Yeah. But if I had to, I would. But money number one, but also a lot of good support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take me through your day. How busy do you get on the worst day?
On the worst day, okay. So let me think about a worst day. Let me think about like a Friday, because we already get on the best in the city more often, no? So it means I get to work at around. I used to get to work at around 6:30. Yeah. So now I aim at quarter to 7.
Okay.
So I just have to always be at the office before Uncle T. That's my thing.
Your aim,
Before Uncle T, yeah. So I get to the office at around 7 latest, and then first thing is I'll go through best in the city. You know, I go through check-in. What topics do we have for check-in? I always try to give him like 3 options to work with for check-in, so that he just picks and chooses the one he likes on the day. And then there's the blind spot. You look at what people have sent through. You have to call some people. Hey man, I see your story, but I have a few questions so that I can also, you know, help them try to.
This is you screening them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then there's that, and then obviously when there's a guest, it means I also have to give Uncle T the bio of the guest.
Okay. Yeah, for him to go through.
Questions for the guest. So there's also that. You know, it means on a Friday I only get to probably say 8:30. You know, because then straight after best in the city, I get into Feel Good with Andy.
Okay.
You know? But with Feel Good with Andy, I usually know what the topic is the day. By Monday, you know what we're doing for the whole week, pretty much. So just putting it to paper. But I already I know what we're doing.
Okay.
So that also helps. You know, preparing ahead for Feel Good. It means I can only focus on BCT, like in depth. With Feel Good, we've got it. It's there. I know we're good. You know.
I'm mad at you.
For it.
You and Andy.
Why?
Like for Andy a topic and she never. Okay, she's like, yeah, we like it, but I've never had it on.
But I feel like I'm need to big we break it down. You need to find the right question because you need to always simplify it for the listener. You don't want to give a listener complicated. You want to make it as easy as possible.
Because you want a response now.
So we don't really to. Maybe we can then I'll take it a certain way, interpret it a certain way, and we'll see how we come together.
Yeah, Lily management in the left. How? You know that guy. You know that guy.
Focus on your job. Focus on your job. Whenever you want to take up space now, focus there. Put that flyer out.
You know how stressful it is.
I know. Some of these, and I just have to be patient. And I'm like, let me try and make it easy for him. I can just hear home food and like, hey, he's selling Johnny.
Damn it, you kill me, Thato. But you know, I must give you a shout out. Thank you for being easy on me. You know,
I try to ease on everyone. I really try.
Cause hey,
I try to make everyone's job easy.
Yeah.
You know, so I always try to build those relations around the office, you know, to make sure that I'm approachable, they can talk to me, and I can do the same. You know, I like good dinner, and I keep at the end of the day.
True.
And I keep it very professional as well.
Asbong. Yeah, if we had hours, I was gonna nominate you, but we don't have.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, keep part time. Yeah, keep part time.
you say so.
Yeah, okay. What are your? Oh no, that's a question. Spicy one. Have you ever listened to other people's shows? Yeah? And then you're like, you know, weak man in terms of content. Anyway, even at Kaya or any other station, you know.
I'm not gonna be sitting on. No, I think I've got a strict radio ear. So for the most part, I listen to Kaya because I know what I'm gonna get.
Okay.
You know, so when I listen to other stations, to be honest, kill FM. If I listen to another radio station, kill it.
What?
I promise you, listen to the two songs. Boba Tukara, Bo
Squeeze a bell.
Bo Tabo. That's where.
Mukoni.
Yeah. Because I feel like when I ZFM, I can give them a pass because I feel like Nakumu, they're working with maybe an older generation, you know, but also who they speaking to, they more about community upliftment.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not gonna get the typical maybe radio like topic, you know, kind of voice note. It's a bit different from what we do, what almost other stations do.
True.
So I'm not listening to Kaya, honestly, I'm listening to the station. That's where I'll be. Other stations, I can listen, but like you say, you work fast, I'm like, hey, why is that so? And then I'll get annoyed and I'm being too strict on them, like, let me just go back home. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, so at least with Kaya, I can give feedback. If I'm listening to something, I can always, and I feel like the presenter, we can talk. Then I can always give feedback.
Thato.
Only if I feel like...
Don't want to answer my question. You don't want to answer my question.
I think you get it.
Thato, okay, it's fine.
Not Kaya the stage. Those are the two stations I listen to.
Okay. What are your future plans? Say after Kaya, where do you want to go?
I don't like saying future plans because I feel like it's always so tricky, you know. But I think I'll forever be in the media space, but I think sports. I'm gonna go back to sports. Yeah, I definitely wanna go back into sports. Where, how? Yeah, but that's where I wanna see myself.
Oh, you know, this other day I was coming from Cape Town. We're driving, like me, my mother, my brother-in-law, and my sister. So now they were asking, okay, what goes into putting in a show? They thought the presenter does everything, and I'm like, no.
There's a whole team.
There's a whole team behind the whole a show.
Yes.
You know, there's a content producer.
There's the tech producer.
But they didn't understand the content producer part. Man, my sister was like, I live the but why have I get this on the research next? No. There's a person there dedicated for content and for tech and what. So they didn't believe me. This clip, especially for my sister. What is a content producer in your own words?
Putting me on the spot, you know. But pretty much a content producer is the person that you're in charge of the show.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like the boss of the presenter. So you'll put it down in the clock for them. I guess like a big clock.
Yeah.
So you put it down with a presence link. That's a short link. Maybe as he comes into the show. Hey, I'm LB. Welcome. This is what our topic is.
Yeah.
You know, after 15 minutes or in half an hour, we'll be talking about, you know. So you just break it down to the presenter on the prep sheet.
Yeah.
You know, if you have guests, you know,
we have
put
guests at this
there.
time.
LB, what is he about? Why is he here? The questions, you know.
Nice.
Because sometimes presenters, they'll do their own research, but maybe I'll pick up on something that maybe they didn't pick up on, you know. So obviously, when I'm reading the bio, I might pick up on something interesting, or maybe when I'm talking to this person, because I get you're the ones that contact
the guests and stuff,
you know. So I'm the one that's gonna maybe find out some info on them.
Okay.
Because some guests will be like, they're very open, you know. They'll just talk to you easily, you know. So you pick up something from them. Oh, okay. And then tell the presenter, oh, by the way, you know, they were telling me this, so you can ask them about this.
Oh, nice.
So just putting the show together for the presenter.
Yeah.
You know, you're making it easy from
start to finish.
Yes, you're making it easy so that they can follow what's there on the prep sheet. So you're breaking it down for them per minute.
Okay.
Kind of,
Tatoazi, I hope you get that.
Hopefully
Yeah,
you do,
yeah,
Shaz.
yeah.
Keep on again.
Hey. Come on, the name says it all.
Tata give another face.
Hey, I've never heard Mshimo trying to get Tatoazi.
Like hearts.
Well, okay, get Tatoazi. They're twins.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Tato is my brother, and then Tatoazi is my sister. Yeah. But okay, no, it's all good in the hood. What advice would you give to people who want to get into the radio industry?
You must have a love for it.
Yeah.
Love is the first thing for you to survive, because it can be brutal. It can be very brutal. So you need to have a love for it. You need to be patient. You need to be well read. You need to read. You need to know what's happening in the world.
Sheesh.
You need to know when someone brings up something, even if you don't know it in depth, but you need to be able to speak to it. You need to kind of be like, hey man, I saw this thing, explain it further, not over blank.
Oh.
You need to kind of be aware of what's happening.
Okay, and a thick skin, right?
Yeah, I guess. I think that it's been easy.
Yeah.
I haven't really had to develop
a thick
too
skin.
thick of a skin.
Oh, okay.
So I've been, for nights been, yeah.
Okay, now I get you. This is the Kitchen Podcast. We always ask people those questions. Our guests, and I'll say people. Can you cook? And what's your favorite meal?
Hey, cooking. I can't cook.
In the kitchen.
You know what? It's about pay. I always tell my sister when she says I can cook, I'm like, no, I can cook, because when I can cook, So my sister can cook. She's really good. So I'm like, if ever who took pay, and I say, pay, and I'm gonna cook it at least 60% how you would do it. So that means it was 100, because knowing your food. So now I feel like I can cook, guys. I just need to do it.
And when they actually taste the food?
So it's never too bad. Yeah. So, but I think even though I can cook, I'm not opposed to cooking. So it's something that I know I'm going to have to get into. Maybe they give me some to I just searching for that right guy that will make me say,
And then your favorite dish or meal?
I don't have one. I'm not an adventurous eater.
Ujafela.
I don't have that specific dish where I'm like, I'm craving. Not talking like a stew.
So nkawisa my mona ha re jola re be
I'm not fussy. I'm really not fussy when it comes to food.
Don't make them like you no more. People want to go to Tasha's, dog.
No,
like,
I'm really not a fussy
I'm
really not a fussy person.
Wow. Okay, here's a bonus question. Why do you think Mjolo is so hard these days?
Because men these days don't share her. It's all about the DMs, about
Netflix and chill,
about dating apps. We no longer see men actually come up and approach you. Hey, you're beautiful. Kind of like your body number. You know how it used to happen back in the day. Now it's like if you like someone, you're gonna try and find them on social media. Try liking the DMs. If you're lucky, it happens. But I feel like that's the biggest challenge.
Have you received any DMs?
Have I ever? I have. I mean, I have. I have. Okay. But I think also the biggest challenge from what I've experienced is I think a lot of men, they like the idea of being in a relationship, but they're not ready for the sacrifice and the commitment. And if you're not ready for those two things, then you're going to have problems. Because as women, if we say, Rajwala, we're in a relationship, we're going to go
all out
in it. But if a guy is still a bit, you have to sacrifice and have to commit. Sacrifice more than anything, because a few things about your life will change. All
right, Thato, thank you very much for coming through. Really, really appreciate your time.
It's been a pleasure.
After 12 months, I've been asking you.
After a month.
Thato.
Says we're about to enter December.
Okay, it's fine. Okay. For the sake of the podcast, I'll have to agree with you. It's just like the custom. But it's all good. It's all good. Thank you very much. This is home. This is your home now, I'll give you the key. You can come through whenever you want. Yeah. What's going on, man? So how's the podcast? From your journalism background, I'm joking. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. All right, no, we're out. Thank you very much. Only a pleasure, man. Only a pleasure. We out.
Juicy, yeah. I heard my niggas be proud of me. Look at I'm reppin' my city so wavy, ain't nobody stopping me. Yeah. I'm giving no one apologies. I'm up with the squad, can handle the sauce. I'm tryna make me some rands. Look at my leg when I dance. I want a Porsche, I want a Ferrari, I want me a ticket to France. I ain't got time.